Hey everybody, it's Diane from Style Falcon. Are you ready to talk about sewing up some of that precious fabric stash? It's the Precious Fabric 2025 Challenge, sponsored by Whitney Luck and Bill from Tomcat Stitchery. I'm really excited to participate this year. I'm going to talk a little bit about the precious fabric in my stash that I'm going to sew up for this challenge. I'm going to encourage you to also go through your stash, find something that you're interested in sewing up. Going to encourage you to be sure to follow some other sewers on Instagram. Be sure to tag your project. You can tag Precious Fabric 25 and also tag at Tomcat Stitchery for a chance to win some fabulous prizes. So let me show you what I have in mind. I really wanted to make a new version of my Make a Point shirt. This is, I'm wearing one, and this is another one that I've made. And I have some interesting fabric choices for this. This is a modern kind of shirt dress or big shirt, and it has a lot of interesting style details that I feel like really demands some fabric to make it stand out. So when I find a fabric that I think is really suitable for it, I consider it precious. It's tough to find something that I think is really going to work. This Yoshiko Junjunzi fabric was perfect for it, and I really loved it. And I've had this for a while, I've worn it a lot, and I feel like it's time for something new. My friends in the American Sewing Guild in the Connecticut chapter, we do a little retreat every year, and we do a little sewing shopping excursion out to Americana Fabrics, which is there's a couple of shops that they have in Connecticut, and one of them is in Western Connecticut. So we all got in the car and we drove out that way, and then we had lunch. And I found out there this really large format feather print. I'm just going to hold it up and you can see what it looks like. And I thought this would be perfect for a Make a Point shirt. I love any kind of a really large format print, especially these sort of colors, this sort of sapphire-y, oceany blue, these sort of purpley wine colors. This is my brand color that I like, and this kind of a rusty orangey color I really like. And I thought it was just really, it had a lot of drama, and this is a poplin, a cotton poplin, so it has a nice drape to it, which is also suitable for this shirt. And there was just enough to get out of, there was enough, it was like an end of bolt kind of situation, and there was just enough to make this shirt. It's a panel kind of situation, so you can see there's a section of print, then there's a section that's white, then there's another section to print. So I spent a little time working on the layout for it, and I'll show you what that looks like. This is what the layout looks like, and I had to make sure that it was going to work. So I did manage to work that out. So I know that it's going to be okay. That was, and then I kind of hemmed and hawed a little bit about it because this is precious. Style Falcon, of course, So Birdie is my thing, and I'm always on the lookout for a good bird print fabric or something that's got a bird and avian motif. But a lot of those motifs are either kind of a little tiny, a little precious, or else they're juvenile. They're not sort of sophisticated and full of drama like this. So when I saw this, I really had to grab it. Now, one of the things that I really love about my Make a Point shirt is that it's got all kinds of interesting seam details. There's this modern angled princess seam, which I've highlighted here with some contrasting top stitching. And then it has a collar with a stand collar, which you could do a contrast fabric like I have here. And then in the back, it has these panels, these shoulder panels. So what I wanted to do is I had also in my stash a tiny bit of precious Indonesian batik. This left over from a quilt that I made for somebody as a wedding present like a million years ago. And that's it. That's all there is. But there's just enough to make these panels, and maybe to also do the collar. Maybe it's just the top collar. I'll have to do the under collar, the plain fabric. And then possibly also, if I can, squeeze out a tiny bit of binding to accentuate these style lines along the modern princess seam. one of the Style Falcon flock members. Her name's Alice. She's in the American Sewing Guild, and she did the American Sewing Guild's conference, their fashion show. She made one of these make a point shirts, and she walked on the catwalk for the fashion show, and she had accentuated this style line with a little bit of flat piping that she made out of a lightweight cotton. It was a very daring and gorgeous treatment, and I would love to be able to replicate that. And if I have enough, which again, keeping my fingers crossed that I do, out of this little bit of batik, I'm going to do it. But I think this and these colors are all really harmonious, and this just has enough movement in it that I think it will work out really nicely. And the idea with this is that I'm going to, I was looking for something that I can wear with these new trousers that I just finished making. These are the diamond hem trousers. They're a stretch pant, and I, again, to keep the bird motif alive, I had recently embroidered them at the hem with this feather treatment. So I'm going full bird on this outfit. I'm really excited about it. So that is my Precious Fabric Challenge. I'm going to get started on it today, cutting out the fabric. I'm going to do some videos about how I put this together, so I hope that you'll watch as we go along. Please be sure to follow along. I'm on Instagram, and I'll be here on YouTube. Please follow some of the other sewers who are going to be here throughout the month. Please follow Whitney. She's Top Cat Stitchery. Be sure to also post whatever you make this month with your precious item from your stash. The hashtag again is PreciousFabric25, and you want to do at Tomcat Stitchery to be entered to win some fabulous prizes. Again, this is Diane from Style Falcon. Thanks for watching.